Fallout 4's enemy design is abysmal. Practically every enemy in this game falls into one of two categories: fodder or bullet sponge. Fodder enemies are paper thin. They go down in a few hits from pretty much any weapon and rarely pose any threat. They've got trash weapons and exist solely to pad out fights, making up the bulk of most combat encounters. The game slaps on a generic name like Raider, Super Mutant, or Gunner, but it doesn't matter, they're all the same walking speed bump. The fodder enemies are bodies thrown in to just make encounters look bigger. Since they do so little damage, have so little health, they're the combat equivalent of fighting a toddler. What you end up spending most of your ammo on in a Fallout 4 fight are the bullet sponges. Usually having one or two in each group of enemies, the bullet sponges have different names than the fodder. Names like Raider Meth Head or Super Mutant Ball Bag. This is supposed to imply that these guys are higher on the food chain, and therefore a bigger threat. What that actually means for gameplay is that these guys have more health. And I mean it, like a shit ton of health. While your average fodder enemy goes limp in less than a handful of rounds, a bullet sponge will take 3 or 4 times the amount to go down regardless of level. It seems like giving enemies more health is the devs' way of making an enemy more difficult, as outside of the extra HP, the bullet sponges are the exact same to fight. They don't have better AI, they don't use different tactics, and are often using the same weapons as fodder. Fighting fodder is like kicking toddlers, but fighting bullet sponges is like sawing through a log with a butter knife. It isn't harder or more challenging, it just takes longer and makes every encounter drag on and on. There is a subtype of the bullet sponge, the legendary enemy. There's a random chance that any given enemy spawns as one, with legendary slapped in front of their name like that suddenly means something. Kill them and you'll be rewarded with an almost certainly useless legendary item. So what makes them special? Better AI? Unique abilities? Actual tactics? Oh no, you silly goose, they just hit harder and soak more bullets. Oh, also, if you don't manage to kill them and they survive a shot with less than 50% health remaining, they will mutate. The game blasts a shitty sound effect, the enemy will start to glow for some reason, and then their entire health bar refills. Congratulations, you now get to kill the same boring enemy twice. Do they gain new powers after they mutate? No. Do they suddenly fight smarter? No. They just stand there while you dump more ammo into them. That's the big mechanic. Why is this in the game? Did the devs think that this makes combat more interesting? Legendary enemies do nothing to make the combat more interesting. They just waste more of your time and ammo. The way Fallout 4 handles enemy scaling completely robs the game of any sense of progression. From the very beginning, you're fighting fodder and sponges, and 25 levels later, you're still fighting fodder and sponges. Weapons might spit out bigger damage numbers, perks might inflate them even more, but enemies just bloat to match. Combat never evolves. Your character never feels strong.
Oh my god, yes!
Character combat progression is tangible.
Yes!
In Fallout 2, your power-armored
215
chosen one
demons, man.
could stroll back into Klamath and stomp geckos that once gave you
Oh my god, finally.
In New Vegas, your high-level courier could wipe out the powder gangers at the NCR Correctional Facility without breaking a sweat. Fallout 4 denies you that completely.
Oh my gosh. It's less than I thought it was going to be. I did it. I did not like that level. I'm going to upgrade it from a 1 out of 10 to a 3 out of 10, because after the break it was so much better. There we go, I did it.